on Facebook Live. Let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, a very pleasant good noonday to you, Michael, Mary, and others. Thank you for joining us here on this very special broadcast concerning and the special broadcast around the coronavirus. Okay? First of all, I trust and pray that all of you are doing what you need to do to remain safe, okay, for what works for you and yours, that you all again would remain safe and well. As the days have begun to evolve, I was thinking and I was praying about if there was anything that I needed to come and sit down and talk with our viewers about as it relates to the coronavirus. And a couple of things came up. And these are just some elementary things, some of which you all may think are just absolutely very, 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 at best, rudimentary and very, very elementary. But, you know, you never just want to assume that everybody knows. The first thing, as you know, there has been a big run or a huge run on supplies in the stores. I get that, and I fully understand why people are bombarding the stores, you know, trying to stock up for what appears to be a long haul concerning this coronavirus. However, as you are going to the stores, especially the big box stores, as you're going to the stores and you're busy stocking up and purchasing items and so forth, I want to remind you and caution you to please don't allow your children to just go running, to just flow all over the store. Keep your children by your side. I think that is something that is so elementary, Bun Cakes. That is something that is so elementary, but it's something that I think bears repeating, okay? And that is that if you're going to go to these big box stores and right now, a lot of people are having to take their children wherever they go. So if you go to these big box stores and you're going in to go shopping and so forth, please be mindful not everybody that is there are looking for the goods on the shelf. Okay? There are predators, there are perverts who will try to use this situation for their advantage. So I want to caution and I want to encourage everyone to please, if you're going to go to the store and you don't have no one to keep your kids, when you go to the store, please keep your kids near you. We've seen a number of cases where children, where attempted abductions have tried to take place, even in the big box stores. So again, I just kind of want you to, to tuck that into the back of your mind. Think safety first. I know everybody is thinking coronavirus first, but please think safety first when you go to these big box stores concerning your children. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about, again, the children that are over my screen, that are on the screen here, these are children that are currently missing. You can probably take a better look at that if you go over to our Facebook webpage. That's AmberAlertFounder.com. Okay, you can go to our website right there, www.AmberAlertFounder.com, and you can see these images there on a bigger screen, minus the glare. Hey, Megan. And also, you can hit us up on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, Amber Alert Founder, 3 words, Amber Alert Founder. go to our Facebook page there, and these images will be there as well. The second thing I wanted to come in and talk with you all about is, and I really want y'all to lean in here, because what I'm about to say hasn't been said. I've been watching news extensively, okay? And I haven't heard anybody mention this. So I want y'all to lean in, because I'm going to release this, and I want y'all to take it and run with it. During this time, families are scrambling. Most states, I think they said something like 35 or 36 states out of 50 have shut down public school systems and all types of stuff like that that's going on. I want you all to please hear my heart when I say this. Please, as parents and guardians, if you've got to work and all of a sudden the accommodations that you've had for your children have been interrupted, please, ma'am, please, sir, please, mother, please, father, please, grandparent, be extremely careful. Watch and please be watchful for what we call pop-up daycares. Okay, pop-up daycare centers. I know you feel like, I know your employer is giving you a few days to get your child care situation to address it and so forth, but sometimes in desperate times, people can make foolish decisions. Okay, and I don't want you to make a foolish decision when it comes to who will care for your child. Oftentimes, during times of tragedy and during times of calamity, pop-up and knock-off things emerge. And this is no different. Pop-up child care facilities that are not. Somebody said, no, they don't have time. They're in a lab. They're a lab tester. Great. But again, during these times, be extremely careful. And you know what? You have to be extremely careful amongst those that you know. Okay? There are certain things that you need to know. You need to know that, hey, you may have a girlfriend that is willing to keep your child, but does that girlfriend have a boyfriend, and is he a child predator, or is he has he been convicted of anything concerning sexual with children or anything? You got to listen. This is not panic, but this is caution. This is real caution, because far too many times, people in an act of desperation, oftentimes, you may not believe this, but oftentimes people will just take and give their child to a neighbor 3-4 doors down, whom they've only spoke to once or twice throughout the year. And now, because they have nobody to keep their child, they'll take and just give their child to that neighbor 3 or 4 doors down, not knowing what's going on in that neighbor's head, in that neighbor's house, or in that neighbor's heart. Okay, so I just wanted to come in and just remind everybody to please, during this time of the corona outbreak here in America, please, and beyond, please be careful, because the last thing we need to be dealing with right now is the fact that somebody left their child with somebody who just put a sign up in the yard and says, we do child care, and say, oh, that's close to the house, and I guess I can trust them because they're close to the house, and we will just, allow them to keep your newborns, or to keep your toddler children, or whatever the case may be. The sad reality is that you could go and give them your children, and that may be the last time that you would see your children. because by the time you get back from work or wherever, they could be states away. Okay, and then we'd have to issue the Amber Alert to find and retrieve your children. So again, we just want everybody to be safe, to be well, but more than that, we want everybody to really don't allow your mind to become so clouded with the corona activity that you forget about common sense and safety. Listen, if they were not a child care provider before the corona outbreak, okay, chances are, if you check with the state that you're in, they may not be a certified provider. So again, that would be another slick way that a predator wouldn't have to go and get a child. But if you're bringing your child to the home of a predator, because he or she has and predators do come in he and she's, okay? If you're bringing your child and dropping your child off at a predator's home, oh gosh, that's a very scary thought. And I don't even want to dive off into that. But again, stick with, I would encourage, now I've shared with you what not to do. Here's what to do. Check with, use your network of family, okay? Use your network of family, that's first and foremost. Or use people that you know and trust, okay? Check with the local church in your area. See if they are offering, daycare. I know everything is limited now because the CDC does not want more than 50 people, in a dwelling place at any one time. So daycares are going to be restricted. In some states, they're saying that we're not limiting that to daycares. That's what some of them are saying as of the airing of this broadcast. But just in case that changes, like everything else has changed, you need to, at least, know, and so forth. So do what works for you, okay? Do what works for you. I just wanted to come in and just share these 2 safety tips during this corona outbreak period, this coronavirus outbreak period. And the safety tips are: 1, if you're going to be in a big box store and you're there with your children, keep your children with you. Don't let your children wander through Costco, or don't let your children wander through Sam's, or don't let your children wander through Walmart. Okay? Keep your children with you at all times. Listen, there have been fights breaking out in stores and all other kinds of activity in stores. And let me tell you, in a store, how far can I go into this? Okay. When a sex offender is mandated by the state that he or she cannot go anywhere near a child or a school or so forth. But there is nothing that I'm aware of, there is nothing that says that a sex offender can't be near a child in a store. Okay? He or she knows that they can't be near a child in their dwelling place, or go near a park or wherever a child is. But when you're in a store, okay, when you're in a store, different states may have different restrictions, but when you're in a store, a predator can be on the same aisle as your child is. A sex offender can be on the same aisle that your child is. So again, we just want you all to be mindful to be careful, to be prayerful. And, if it means that you have to wait to go to the store for a different time, then listen, it's better to do that and have peace of mind knowing who has your children, as opposed to, leaving your children with somebody, and when you come back from the store, that person and your child may be gone. So I know a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, well, you're just trying to cause people to panic or so forth. No, I'm not. I'm trying to cause people to be careful, to be cautious, and to be prayerful. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Once again, my name is Pastor Charles Williams, and I'm the founder and the creator of the concept known and used all over the world today as the Amber Alert here in the United States of America, Amber Alert EU throughout all of Europe, and the Child Rescue Alert in other parts of the world. I want y'all to be safe, be well during this corona outbreak period. And keep an ear to your local government leadership, and that in your particular area.